I understand your love for the oceans, but how did you approach your volunteers and how did you keep them motivated?
People misunderstand beach cleaning or working on the beach. Beach cleaning is just a consequence. People say, oh, beach cleaning, click a picture, put it out. I always tell beach cleaning is what you're working is people's mind and heart. That's why if you make it an event, you're not going to do because that person will come. It's good you picked up plastic that day, fair enough, but the long term effect won't be there. So this is how it should work, and this is, to my mind, what I started in work, and I built this citizens movement not as an NGO. Let me make it very clear. I still don't have an NGO. I don't have a bank account. I built it on purely Gandhian principle. My time, my effort, my money won, and on the basis of love.
The year 2018 saw the return of the Olive Ridley Turtles at Versova Beach after 20 long years. All credit to you. So many weeks of hard work to make a part of the Indian coastline blossom and it bore fruits. How did you react to the news of the return of the Olive Ridley Turtles?
See, I'll narrate to you what happened that early morning. I got a call from one of my volunteer, who's a fisherman as well, saying, "Sir, come, some turtles are coming out of that nest." See, 2 months back, I was told by one of the farmers who does methi, they grow methi at one end of the beach, that Afroz, we had sighted a turtle. They didn't know what the turtle was. So I was on alert. I knew that something was specking, but I would go to that end of the beach, move around, come back. I couldn't see anything. So when this news came early morning at around 7:38, I rushed immediately, and there were 103 hatchlings which were come. I counted them. Two things we did. You know how they move. First of all, they climb one up of the other to come. But in that nest, in a very peculiar way, that methi guys had put up a methi ka kheti over the nest. So those hatchlings couldn't come out straight, so they came from the edge of the hole. So we did two things. We facilitated their return to the ocean, one. Number two, we protected them from dogs. Number three, we protected them from these eagles. They catch on. And number four, we protected them from humans. Because humans have a tendency to fidget with these species. We just facilitated. And I remember I was standing there, and actually tears were rolling down my eyes. One of my best day at my beach. In fact, one of the environmentalists told me, though the locals are telling me it's after 25, 30 years, they said this is the first time in Mumbai it has happened, not even 30 years. First time an Olive Ridley turtle has actually nested here. So it's for me, it was very emotional. For us, all of us, me and my volunteers, it's a blessing from the ocean and the environment. And you get a faint hope that something is working right in the ocean. Right. But let me share with you, past 1 week has been harrowing. We encountered a dead dolphin here. We encountered a dead Olive Ridley turtle. I got them, I buried them, so those are not good signs. Something is amiss in the ocean. Something is amiss with what we are doing as humans.
So what else can we expect from Mother Nature if you remain kind to her and respect her?
I think instead of we expecting, I think the nature should expect these days. Global warming, problem of plastic in ocean, all kinds of doomsday prediction we hear left, right, center. It doesn't augur well for humanity. And it's certainly not a very pleasant news to read early morning when you get up. It's not a very pleasant thing to go on the beach and clean. Yes, we love it, so we do it. But ideally, you would love to go for a swim or be on the beach early morning. It's not a great thing to call youngsters, small kids from the age group of 8 to 21 on my beach to clean. And I always tell them up, I apologize to them. I say, I'm sorry that I got you here because me and my adults like me have messed it up majorly.
So again, it's never too late for anything. So creating awareness, do you think the need of responsible disposal of plastic should be taught in schools as well?
Handling environment is a very complex problem. To mitigate one, you will actually aggravate the other. Right. Plastic falls into that category. See, when you were a kid, everybody told us, my mother, I remember telling me, now trees are being cut, so papers were being given. They said plastic has come, now no more tree cutting. And now we know what has happened to the plastic. So I always tell people up, it's our lifestyle which is green. Plastic to my mind is very cost effective, durable, and I say that after working hard on the field. Some unnecessary plastic must go out of our life. Say for example plastic straw. Come on, you don't need it. We Indians are 1.6 billion. We know how to use our lips. So we must put it to good use. Do you do at your home? You make lassi and do you put a straw? You put a mixer. I don't know, when you go to a coffee shop or suddenly you want a straw. I don't know from where are we getting it. It's not part of us. So we'll have to draw as a society a fine line. Handle plastic properly. Please recycle it. Please make sure that once your house is done, catch hold of your neighbor. Start with that. My neighbor's house must become zero garbage. That person should know how to handle plastic. So all these will have to be done now. And two things. You see, one is like a virgin plastic.
Yes.
And one is recycle. I'm told, I'm not too sure, as a lawyer I need to check it. Somebody told me in one of the conferences this week, they said there's a lot of tax on recycled granules. So that your recycled plastic works out to be more expensive than your virgin plastic.
Right.
Now that anomaly has to get away. I think the government must work on these kind of policies.
Do you think there's a need of designing a curriculum across schools across in India to make them aware of how to dispose of plastics?
When you say that if you introduce a curriculum in the school, it will change. I'll tell you. Environmental, I don't know about other sectors. I'm not an expert on that. I can't comment. Justice Sandesh Hogre was expert on corruption because I've handled it, so he commented. Whatever little work I've done in environmental protection, I'll tell you, all these bookish knowledge or academic knowledge must turn into ground action at the field. I see students writing papers on environmental science. I had in my school, that didn't get me connected. You can't be sitting and writing papers and somebody correcting it. I think it should be made compulsory that they are at the field, whether it's in a lake, forest, a river, or an ocean front. By writing papers on it. So introducing syllabus, it's good. You can, but it had to be. The syllabus have to be very practical at the ground level.
Yes.
The syllabus
Field
can't.
visits are must.
Field visits, getting them involved. 50,000 students work with me on a roster system here, different schools. So I get them on the field. I said, you must have read about ocean a lot. Now let's see what the ocean is. I tell them up. These trees, lakes, rivers, ocean want to talk. There has a conversation. We must begin that conversation. We have 19 beaches in Mumbai. We should be swimming in the water here and playing on the beach. I look at the beach, I see the plastic, I come back. Then I'm little enlightened with wisdom, so I go and clean it. What about other people? They just walk away. So this whole connect with nature must start. This conversation must start.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable time. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.